Hey guys, it's Fee, and it is Vlogtober day jazz hands, otherwise known as 10. Otherwise known as 10. I've slacked off a little bit on the Vlogtober stuff. It's been a crazy week, so I owe you a clump. So I'm going to do everything I owe you to date, which is day 8, day 9, and day 10. And I have day 8 prompt right here. We love to see where you live. Show us your house, MTV Cribs style, or part of it. Well, here's the problem. When my week goes crazy, my house looks like a bomb hit it. And nobody needs to be seeing that. I do not need to be advertising that. So, I think I'm going to do a part. It said we can do a part. And the part I'm going to do, I think, is typical MTV Cribs style. And I'm going to show you my fridge. Now, I will tell you one thing. The fridge is a disaster, too. The inside kind of looks like someone chucked everything in there. I don't think there's really a lot in there. It just looks like there's a lot because it's all kind of tossed in there. And there's a lot of drinks, and it takes up space and that kind of thing. But I'm going to do that. I'm going to show you my fridge. So, let me grab you and turn you around and show you my fridge. So there we go. There's my fridge. Ignore the mess to the right and to the left of it. I told you my house is a disaster right now. The fridge isn't much better, but hey, there you go. As you can tell, I've got like a gazillion magnets. I used to have a lot more. They used to go all the way down there. At least the bottom is kind of clear now. And yes, there are some on the sides, and oh my gosh, yes. But, oh look at that. Pumpkin stuff. But, yeah. I like it. I don't know why I have this affiliation with magnets. And you'll notice, we are top of the fridge storing people. I'm not quite sure why, but that, no matter how many times I clear this off the top, we always end up with stuff up there. So I just stopped trying after a while. And look at that. Look at all the pumpkin stuff. Can you count how many pumpkin things are up there? And trust me, that is like a small percentage of the pumpkin stuff I have in this house right now. It's like ridiculous. It's pumpfluenza. All right, so let's see what's in here. And remember, I warned you. It's kind of messy in there. All right, here we go. See, it looks like someone just took everything and chucked it in there. The drinks take up a lot of space. A lot of condiments. All kinds of condiments. Bread. There's pumpkin stuff in here, too. That's pumpkin, and that's pumpkin. The pasta sauce back there is pumpkin. That right there is pumpkin, too. You can't tell, but trust me, it's a non-alcoholic pumpkin cider, and it's flippin' yummy. Yeah, so that's my messy fridge. Oh, do you guys have one of these? Am I the only one with one of these? I like my candy cold. So, instead of having a fruits and a vegetables drawer, I have a vegetables drawer, which you'll notice is running low. But the candy drawer is definitely not running low. Look at the pumpkin. There's more pumpkin in here. Oh, you guys need to see this. This is like my favorite candy in the whole wide world, and for whatever reason I can only get it around Halloween and Easter. I don't know why, but oh, this stuff is so good. Got a couple left in there. So that's it. That's it. All right, let's see what's in the freezer. So the freezer's kind of narrow. This might be kind of hard to see. Hey, look at that. A whole lot of ice. But yeah, again, we really don't have half of a grocery store in here. It's just all thrown in there. This is like my husband's ice cream haven. More pumpkin stuff. That's pumpkin, that's pumpkin, that's pumpkin, that's pumpkin. There's meat and fruit back there that take up a lot of room. That's pumpkin. There's pumpkin ice cream in that. You're just going to have to take my word for it. Serious pumpkin addiction. But yeah, there's my messy freezer and my messy fridge. And it's ridiculous. So yeah. If my fridge is that messy, the rest of my house really, really does look bad. It's just been a crazy week. And the week before that, my husband and I both weren't feeling good. So I'm going to be cleaning this weekend, unfortunately, because that's not what I want to be doing, but it needs to be done. So that's Vlogtober day 8. that's going to have to do, because that's all I'm willing to show right now. Moving on, Vlogtober Day 9. Prompt is, on October 9th, 1876, the first two-way call conversation took place. If you could call anyone, alive, deceased, past, present, future, who would it be and what would you talk about? I think I'm actually going to give you two things on this. I'm going to give you a future and a past or a deceased, whichever way you want to look at it. So in the future, I kind of got to steal Chelsea's answer here. She kind of said the same thing. For similar reasons, I think I would want to talk to myself in the future. But you know what? I wouldn't want to know particulars. I wouldn't want to know particulars. I just would want to know if I'm okay and if I'm happy. That's really all that matters. There's so many different ways that, the future can go. I don't want to know any particulars that might cause me to change my mind on something that I wouldn't have, or change my path. I wouldn't want to affect things that way, because I firmly believe that, if time machines were ever created, if you stepped on a leaf on accident, you could completely change the world when you go back in time. That was in a movie somewhere. I can't remember where. And no, it wasn't Back to the Future. There was another movie where something minuscule like that happened. And as for the other part of this answer that I was going to give you, I would definitely want to have a phone call with my dear aunt right now. Man, I miss her. It's been a little over 2 years now that she's been gone, deceased. And a lot's happened in the last 2 years. In many ways, I'm kind of happy that she hasn't been here to witness all the bad parts. And there's been a bunch of them lately, the pain, the tears. I wouldn't want her to see that. But on the same token, I kind of would want to tell her a little bit about it. Maybe she could push some buttons up there for me and get things to work. I don't know. I'm sure it doesn't work that way. But yeah, I would definitely want to have a conversation with her just to hear her voice one more time. Absolutely. Enough of that. And now we're up to date. We're on Vlogtober Day Jazz Hands, Vlogtober Day 10. That is today. This is going to be funny. All right, the prompt is, what is your favorite thing about the weather turning colder? Your least favorite? Do you have any major cold weather related pet peeves? You know what? I don't think I wrote this particular prompt. I think Chelsea or Veronica came up with this one. And I'm going to completely believe that it was written there for me to be amusing. Because you people know dang well I hate the cold. I hate the cold. You want me to figure out what my favorite thing about the weather is turning colder? Oh my God. Nothing? No, well, actually, I guess the only thing I could say is when the weather starts turning colder, the holidays are around the corner. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. I like all that. I really do. But those holidays does not mean it has to be cold. I don't care if it's a white Christmas. I'm fine with a green Christmas. Really, I am. I like green. We all know I like green. Look, my nails are even green. I like green. So green Christmas would be completely fine with me. Yeah, if I was in Arizona or Florida or Hawaii or some tropical place for Christmas, I would be one of those crazy people with a 50-foot ladder up against a palm tree, decorating it with Christmas lights and really, really, really big tinsel. Yeah, I can completely have no problem celebrating Turkey Day and Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve in warm climates. It would not bother me one bit. But since things turning colder in my area means those holidays, I guess that will have to be my answer for favorite. As for, what was the other question? Any major cold weather related pet peeves. I'm going to skip least favorite because I don't like anything. I don't like anything about it turning cold other than what I've already mentioned. Do you have any major cold weather related pet peeves? There's a general answer and then there's a more particular answer. The general answer would be snow. I hate snow. You know what? When I was a kid, I didn't even like playing in the snow. No. I'm not sure if I ever even built a snowman. It's never appealed to me. My husband is a big kid, and when, our nieces and nephews were smaller, they'd get into, snowball fights. He'd help some of my godchildren build snow forts. That is not my thing. Not my thing. You want to piss off a fee? Throw a snowball at me. I will go from okay to in about 2 seconds or less. Guarantee it. Guarantee it. I hate it. I hate it. It's cold and it's freezing and it's wet and it hits you and then it gets warmer and everything melts and it gets everywhere, and no, I do not like snow at all. As for pet peeves, of course all of them are related to the snow. I know this is going to sound kind of crazy, but you would think that people who live in Chicago, where it doesn't know how to snow nice here, it doesn't. It always snows like 12 feet. You would think people who live in Chicago would know how to drive in the snow. No, they don't. They don't. I can almost like bet the house on the fact that the first time it snows, and I don't care if there's that much snow on the ground, everyone forgets how to drive. It will take me 2 or 3 times the regular amount to get to work that day. I don't care if work is 5 minutes away or an hour and a half away. It will take forever. People see the snow around here and go, oh my God, what's that? I don't know how to drive in it. You live in Chicago. Dang, really? The rest of you that live in like very snowy areas, Canada, Michigan, Wisconsin, anywhere north, okay? Is it the same way by you, or is this just stupid Chicago people? And I can say that because I was born here. Stupid Chicago people. I want to know if it's just us. Really, tell me. And yeah, I think that that's related to my other pet peeve. Particularly around here, it does not know how to snow nice. We may occasionally get a dusting like that first snow and everybody doesn't know what the hell it is or how to drive in it. But normally, it's like snow. It never like snows an inch. It snows like snowblower type levels of snow every time. And then by the time you get to the end of the winter, my driveway is like impossible. It's impossible to shovel or snowblow or anything because there's nowhere left to put the snow. There's like this big mound of snow on top of the grassy areas that are next to the driveway, and it's like double my height, and good luck trying to throw it up there by like, I don't know, end of January, February. It's ridiculous. It is. It is. Maybe if the snow was a little bit nicer around here, I wouldn't mind it as much. But, and then of course every time it does snow crazy like that, you know it's got to be windy in Chicago. They do not call this the Windy City for nothing, people. Really. Really. It snows like 12 feet and then it's got to be blowing around on top of that. So it's not bad enough that it's snowing. When the snow finally stops and it's all on the ground, the wind's going to whip it around like it's snowing more. And then on top of that, we have something called lake effect. Now the funny part is if you're not from around Lake Michigan, or any other lake for that matter, you're not going to know what lake effect is. I've had friends that I've said that to that don't live anywhere around here. They've looked at me like I have grown 3 heads. They don't know what lake effect is. The bottom line is the cold air. I'm not a weatherman, so forgive me. You may have to look this up. The bottom line is the cold air and the cold weather, the snow clouds and whatnot, they go over the lake, and the moisture from the lake goes up into the cold clouds, so to speak, and then it snows more. It's a really, really bad explanation. I am not a meteorologist, but that's kind of how it works. So yeah, you get snow, then it stops, then it blows around, and then that stops, and then you get lake effect. So it's like a triple whammy. I could keep going. I could keep going on and on and on and on. You people know I do not like cold weather. So when I saw this question on there, it was like, yeah, I'm going to have to tone this down a little bit. And actually, I don't think I really toned it down very well. Because I see this is getting long and I just keep rambling. So I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you go, guys. I will talk to you soon. Probably for another clump Maybe I'll get lucky and be able to do an advanced clump, like maybe tomorrow and Sundays and Mondays clump together before we actually hit Monday. That would be a feat. That would be a feat. So I'll talk to you guys later.